The 17th of September 17 Madhubanavyakt Baptada Om Shanti. The 9th of January 83 Renounce wasteful thoughts and have powerful thoughts. Today, Baptada has especially come to celebrate a meeting with all the long-lost and now-found children. The double foreign children are always waiting in anticipation to celebrate a meeting. So, today, Baptada has come to have a heart-to-heart conversation with the double foreign children about each one's specialities. Each place has its own speciality. In some places there are many in number, whereas in other places, although the number is small, there are invaluable jewels there. Even though only few special jewels are selected, they are playing their part very well. Seeing their zeal and enthusiasm and the service that such children do, Baptada is very pleased. You are having a lot of success, especially with putting the plans to reveal the Father into a practical form in all four corners of the world. You are making effort very well in enabling souls of all religions to meet the Father. The love for service is very good. Because you have experienced being souls who are wandering and have now found a destination, you have mercy for others. All of you who have come from far away only have the one interest of having to come here, and also of bringing many others with you. Although you are far away, this determined thought has given you souls the experience of being close. This is why you are constantly moving along whilst considering yourselves to be souls who have a right to Baptada's inheritance. Never allow yourself to fluctuate due to waste thoughts. You are the worthy ones of every cycle. Acha. Today, Baba is to meet the different groups. The group from America has received the first chance to meet Baba. Therefore, all of you from America will show the number one wonder by doing service together, will you not? Now, Baptada will see who brings the most important VIPs to the conference. Where is the number one VIP to come from? From America. In fact, you children of the Father are VVVIPs. No one is greater than you. However, this is a chance to give a message to the VIPs of this world. You have to make this effort in order to create their fortune. Because they consider themselves to be the great ones in this old world, they don't feel that they are being given regard when they come to small programs. This is why it is a chance to invite the important people to big programs. In fact, Baptada only meets and has heart-to-heart conversations with the children. He also only comes especially for you children. However, no complaints should come from such people about not receiving an invitation worthy of them. So, you have created these programs in order to finish their complaints. Baptada loves the children and the children love Baptada. Acha. Are all of you double foreigners content in body and mind? None of you has any thoughts, do you? Do you have any problems of the body or mind? The body may not be well, but do not let the mind be disturbed by any illness of the body. Constantly continue to dance in happiness and the body will then become fine. Make the body function with happiness in the mind and both will receive exercise. Happiness is the blessing, doer, and exercise is the medicine, dava. When you take both, the blessing and the medicine, everything becomes easy. Someone said that he was unable to sleep at night. Sit in yoga before going to sleep and you will fall asleep. At the time of sitting in yoga, sing praise of Bapdada's virtues and you will forget your pain in this happiness. When you simply make effort to consider yourself to be a soul without having that happiness, then because of having to labor, you also feel pain. Stay in happiness and you will even forget your pain. If any of you has a question about any situation, or if you very quickly get confused about something trivial, then immediately clarify that trivial matter and continue to move forward. Don't develop the practice of thinking too much. Whenever you have any thoughts, finish them there and then. When you have too many thoughts one after another, it affects both your stage and your body. This is why double foreign children have to pay double attention to the aspect of thoughts, because by living alone you have developed that natural practice of thinking. Because you already have that practice, you think a great deal about trivial matters here too. Your time is wasted in thinking and your happiness disappears, and then that also affects your body. Then because of this you have further thoughts. Therefore, in order to keep both your mind and body constantly happy and well, think less. If you must think about the jewels of knowledge. As opposed to having powerful thoughts, you have wasteful thoughts. My part is not that visible. I cannot have yoga. I cannot become bodiless. Those are waste thoughts. Instead, have powerful thoughts. Remembrance is my original religion. The religion of the children is to remember the Father. Why would I not be able to do this? I will definitely do this. If I don't become a yogi soul, who else would? I am an easy yogi soul of every cycle. So, instead of having waste thoughts, have powerful thoughts like these. Don't have any waste thought about your body not being able to function. Instead of that, have the powerful thought that the Father has made you belong to Him in this last birth. It is a wonder and greatness of the body of this last birth, that you claim your inheritance for birth after birth through your old body. Don't have thoughts of hopelessness. Create thoughts of happiness. Vah! The wonder of my old body is such that it has become instrumental in enabling me to meet the Father. Use the body whilst saying Vah, Vah. When you use your hands with a lot of love to make a horse run, it runs very well. If you whip the horse again and again, it causes more trouble. Your body belongs to you. Therefore, don't tell it again and again that it is a useless old body. By saying that, it is as though you are whipping it. Continue to sing its praise with a lot of happiness and continue to move forward. Then your old body won't disturb you, it will cooperate with you very well. Someone said, when we leave here we make a promise, but in spite of that Maya comes. Why are you afraid of Maya? Maya comes to teach you a lesson. Don't be afraid, but just learn the lesson. Sometimes she teaches the lesson of tolerance and sometimes the lesson of maintaining a constant and steady stable stage. Sometimes she comes to help you make the lesson of becoming an embodiment of peace firm. Don't look at Maya in the form of her having come and thereby become afraid, but realize that Maya has come to cooperate with you, to help you make the lesson taught by the Father very firm. Consider Maya to be cooperating with you, not to be your enemy. When she is cooperating to help you make a lesson firm, your attention will be drawn to that. There won't then be as much fear, and you won't be defeated. Make the lesson firm and you will become as unshakable as Angad. Therefore, don't be afraid of Maya. Parents say to little children to make them afraid. A monster will come. All of you have also made Maya a monster. In fact, Maya herself is afraid to come to you, but you yourselves become weak and invite Maya. Otherwise, she wouldn't come. She is waiting to bid you farewell. She is also waiting to find out what her final date is. So, will you now bid farewell to Maya or will you be afraid? Double foreigners have the speciality of flying very fast, but when they are afraid, they are even afraid of a small fly. One day they would be flying in great happiness and the next day their faces would have changed. Now change this nature. What is the reason for this? The main foundation of all of these is a lack of the power to tolerate. From the beginning, you haven't had the sanskars of tolerance, and this is why you very quickly become afraid. You change the place or you change the people with whom you get disturbed, but you do not change yourself. You now have to change this sanskar. I have to change myself. You don't have to change the place or others but yourself. Keep this in your awareness a lot more. Do you understand? Now change your sanskars from those of double foreigners to the sanskars of those of the original land. Become incarnations of tolerance. You refer to this as adjusting yourself. You mustn't step away from or announce anyone or anything. The situation of a swan and a stork is different. There may be conflict with them, but it is your duty to continue to try keeping your good wishes for them. There are examples of those who were completely anti, but through good wishes they are now going even further ahead than those who became instruments. Therefore, try using your good wishes with full force. If you are still unable to do this, then take directions at every step, because sometimes, by stepping away, you do disservice. Then, when there is something lacking in the Brahmin souls who come, many other souls are also sometimes deprived of claiming their fortune. So, first of all, try this by yourself, and then if you think that it is a big problem, have it verified by instrument souls. If they think that it is good for you to separate, and you do that, then that is no longer your responsibility. You are simply following directions and you are, therefore, carefree. Sometimes you leave everything by force. However, when you leave something due to your own mistake, the other soul continues to pull you and your intellect will constantly be pulled there. That too becomes a big obstacle. You may have become separated physically, but because of having karmic accounts of the mind, you will continue to be pulled. Therefore, verify everything with the instrument souls. This is the philosophy of karma. By breaking away forcefully, your mind will be pulled there again and again. Recognize the philosophy of karma by becoming an embodiment of knowledge and then have it verified. Then finish all karmic bondages by becoming filled with knowledge. There is jealousy between Brahmin souls when they are all equal. Then because of this there is a conflict of sanskars. However, in this especially think about who it was who made you equals the instruments. Don't look at them and think that so-and-so has come to perform this duty or that so-and-so has become a teacher or a number one serviceable soul. Instead think about who made that soul an instrument. Even if they have been given that duty by a special instrument soul, then think about who made the instrument teacher an instrument. When the father is placed in between, Maya will run away, jealousy will run away. However, there is a saying. There will either be the father pap or sin pap. When you remove the father from between you, sin is committed. Jealousy is also a sinful act, is it not? If, for instance, the father has made someone an instrument, then whatever task the father carries out is filled with benefit. If you don't like something in that, it could also be wrong, because all are effort makers. Even if it is wrong, then with your good wishes, you should pass it on to those above you. Not out of jealousy, with your good wishes and elevated responsibility, hand over this matter to those above you with the awareness that the Father's service is your service. After handing it over to them, become carefree yourself. Then don't think that you told them about that situation and wonder what was done about it. Nothing was done. Whether something is done or not would then be the responsibility of the seniors. You told them about it with your good wishes and your duties to empty yourself. If you see that the seniors have not paid attention to it, then you may write to them a second time. However, write with the feelings of service. If those who are instruments tell you to leave that matter alone, then don't waste your thoughts and time. Don't get jealous. Whose task is it and who made them instruments? Just remember that. With which speciality has that one been made a special soul? Imbibe that speciality yourself, and that will then become a race and not a competition race. Understand? Never get upset. If someone has said anything, then ask that person with what intention he said that. If he doesn't clarify it, then ask the instruments what your mistake was in that situation. If you have had it verified from the top and it was not your mistake, then just become carefree. Everyone should understand one thing. All karmic accounts have to be settled here through Brahman souls. In order to save you from the land of Dharmaraj, Brahmans become instruments somewhere or other. So, don't be afraid about what is happening in the Brahman family. The karmic accounts of Brahmin souls are going to be settled through Brahmin souls, and they are now being settled. Therefore, remain happy. Your karmic accounts are soon to finish. So, there will be nothing but constant progress. Now make a promise that you won't get confused about small matters, that you won't become problems, but that you will become those who solve problems. Do you understand? Blessing. May you be an elevated donor and a cooperative soul who makes weak ones powerful with your powers and virtues. The worthy, obedient children who have an elevated stage constantly cooperate with all their powers and virtues at the time of need. Their special form of service is to donate the virtues and powers they have received from the Father to the souls who have no knowledge and to cooperate with Brahman souls. To make weak ones powerful is the most elevated donation and cooperation. Just as you serve through words or through your mind, similarly, give all souls the cooperation of the virtues and powers that you have received and enable them to attain something. Slogan: those who fix their fortune with determined faith remain constantly carefree. Om Shanti.